wer fängt, gewinnt und wer seine Köder verkauft.
Today we're gonna feed the fish, so we're gonna try to get them to the spot where we are fishing. We hope you haven't been waiting too long and caught some fish in between. Join us to today's episode of Vince, and I get rid of this insect in my hairs and I'll take you on the journey to feed the fish. Okay guys, what you do see here is two fishing mates, and they do fish in a perfect spot. We are on our way to an equally perfect spot where two rivers actually do meet. Why are these spots so good? Because when the currents meet together, the water is mixing, there might be different water textures and also insects from the one river going into the other river. So there's always action in these meeting points of rivers, and this is exactly where we are gonna fish today. And this is what these guys over there are doing.
I'm doing too much B-roll, so we have to hurry up a little bit. Can't find him. I think I found him. Over there he is.
Sharpening hooks is always a good idea, especially when you fished it for a while. You simply take a diamond file and sharpen it. Don't go that way, always go to the hook point. Doesn't need to be perfect, but when you take the hook and should at a certain point get into your skin, so this one does it quite well, sharp enough. We finally arrived at the fishing spot. As I said before, there's one river over there that comes from the Alps in Germany. It's super clear water, lots of trout in there, lots of barbel, lots of freshwater fish that are similar to salmon and super good tasting, but we're not going to fish over there today because that's a superb fly fishing spot. Maybe another day. Today we're gonna fish in that river. You know that river because we caught a pike here the other episode. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna feed the fish with some ground bait, which I'm gonna explain to you what it is in just a minute. And therefore I need to get some water, so stick with us to see what kind of ground bait we are fishing today.
We have some visitors.
Hey friends. Ooh. Maybe not friends. So for ground bait, we simply use some breadcrumbs. That's ingredient number one. And some oats. Why oats? Because actually oats, when they are wet, when they fall to the ground, they're gonna stick to the ground and don't flow away like the breadcrumbs might do. So, fell in there.
Is this special bread or
no, these are the cheapest breadcrumbs you can find in any supermarket. Just go for the cheapest ones, you don't need any special one. It should be white bread though, not full grain bread. And then we're gonna take some black ground bait. Why black? Because the fish here are quite used to getting fed by fishermen, and they're super skeptic when it comes to white food, so we need to color it black. No special tools needed other than your hand. Take your hand, put it in the bin and give it a good mix. Done. And then it's super important to use river water to mix it up. Don't use any kind of other water. Let's wait for the train to pass. Let's use the river water because river water is simply what the fish live in, so there's no flavors or anything they are not used to. So that is the river water we just got. And not too much, because we don't want this to be a dough and sticky. We want it to be fluffy. Start with a little first. Give it a good mix with your hands, as I said. No special tools needed, in my opinion. Okay, that becomes nice and fluffy. It's a little too wet already, to be honest. So if it's too wet, what we're gonna do, we add some further dry material and keep on mixing. So as you can see now, this has a very fluffy structure and it looks like soil, so the fish won't be suspicious that this is actually food from a fisherman.
It smells like chocolate a little bit.
Yeah, there's nuts in there, which make it smell like chocolate a little bit. That's true, indeed. And now we're gonna add some live bait. That's something most people don't like very much. Fishermen are used to it. I'm used to it because I'm fishing since I'm like 8 years old. We use maggots today. These maggots are made for fishing. Quite lively. It's super warm outside. Some people, they use or they throw away the wood in here. I don't mind that much. It's just simply gonna float. So we take the entire thing, done, and give it another mix. We let the food and the fish food sit for 10 minutes, so it sucks in all the water and gets the perfect consistency. And before we start fishing, we take our rubbish and put it here. Don't leave your rubbish at the water. Never do that, because then you're gonna get super much trouble with either Vedran or me. So, but anyways, let's continue to mount our fishing rod. I have a selection of feeder baskets right here. And this is not too strong current, but we want to get a lot of food into the water. So we try to get a big one that's 125 grams, that's 100 grams, that's also 100 grams. I don't want that heavy weight actually, but 100 grams should do it for the beginning. So we're gonna use that because in the beginning we want to fish bigger baskets. In the end we fish smaller baskets because in the beginning we want to get a lot of food into the water. Towards the end, the fish have the food there. We don't need to feed them that much anymore. So we start with big feeder baskets and towards the end, continue with smaller feeder baskets. There's one thing I really want to tell you. You don't need these anti-tangle booms. There's a simply way of mounting your feeder basket. How exactly this looks, again, we're gonna show you in another episode in our home studio, where we have better lighting, because to show you a fishing assembly here might not perfectly work.
Oh, you say I can do that.
So now we fill the feeder basket with food. Simply press it in the food and don't stiff it in there too rough, but give it a nice little press. That's it. Take your hook and mount 5 to 6 maggots depending on the hook size. We fish a size 6 here because we expect barbel, we expect bream, there might be carp even in here. It's a quite strong fish, and the leader has a strength of 5 kg, and with this super soft rod you can fight fish that are much heavier than 5 kg, so that's no problem at all. Now it's finally time to fish. So one cool thing here is that we are not that far away from the fishing spot, so we can feed by hand. Instead of throwing our feeder basket 10 times, we simply take some food and throw it up the river. And it's very deep here. It's probably approximately 3 meters. Oh, I got a bite. Is it? Is it a fish yet? Not yet. You need a special rod with a soft tip. But actually the rod itself is strong enough to fight any barbel or carp. It's 3.90 meters in length, and we got a monofilament line, monoline, so not a braided line, and that's quite cool. And we do have bites. When you look at the tip, you do see, I can even show you, like with my hands, it's gonna look like that. Those are the kind of activities we are waiting for, but I did see some activity already. So it can be quite exciting to watch the tip, suddenly it moves and you're gonna set the hook And then you're gonna fight some of the strongest freshwater fish we have, and that's the barbel. Vidar, what was your biggest wish when it comes to a destination to travel to?
Japan.
You want to go now?
Yeah, let's go.
Actually, we're gonna have a little Japan whiskey now because we caught our first fish. I even brought 2 cups.
I hope I will be able to film after that. Oh, fish!
Bigger one. Ooh. Ooh, nice. That's a nice little fish. Guys, whenever you want to release a fish, do it in the water. It really helps the fish. Thank you for coming by. Nice. Sea feeder fishing is lots of fun because you never know what you're gonna catch, and there's so much species in this water here. You can probably catch 20 different species, and I'm always happy to see what comes out after a short little fight.
Awesome, thank you.
Small little roach. It didn't help me when it was small.
Maybe they like some whiskey.
Maybe. Actually, Vido, your idea with the whiskey is not a bad idea, because sometimes when they don't feed for a while, you can try to use attractors. So, for example, we do have 2 here. Not any advertising, this is super old. It's called Bombix from Sensax, and it has some bloodworm flavor. And this one, oh, actually it's also bloodworm from Sonu Baits. And you simply put that on your bait. Like, here are the maggots. Red sauce on the maggots, and it's like glue. So they're gonna smell like bloodworm now. Before you touch a fish, always make sure to make your hands wet. And what is really beautiful are the red fins. See you! Hey fishing folks, every day comes to an end. Unfortunately, today was a really productive day. We caught several roach. Unfortunately, no barbel, no bream, but a nice little chub baby. And for sure next time we're gonna catch some strong barbel, so you can see super strong fighting barbel fishing next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Vidran, have you learned anything this time?
Japanese can make really good whiskey.
True, yeah, we had some good Japanese whiskey. Sunlight is going down, so guys, stay tuned for the next episode. We don't know what we're gonna take yet, but it's gonna be amazing again. And once again, sorry for not explaining all the tackle and not explaining all the fishing gear yet, but we need some stuff to come next, and this is gonna be exciting as well. So stay tuned and tight lines. See you next time. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy you're with us. ist einer der besten Angler hier, ne? Der fängt, egal wo, fängt immer was. So he's one of the local fishing heroes. He's always catching a lot of fish. Alter.
Da sind wir jetzt. Ein Tag vorher.
Fang was.
Also,
Mach's gut,
ciao.
He's seriously a good fisherman, and he just told us he's catching like small catfish, trout, eel. So yeah, we just made an appointment with him, so you're gonna see him within one of the next episodes for sure. But an amazing fisherman, friendly guy. Awesome to go fishing with him because he teaches you lots of stuff.